Final week of fives here, week 8 of 12. First of all, hopefully last week was a complete week of fives for you. I've got to apologize. I did, as I was adjusting things from prior weeks into the program, I did leave some sets of 10 in there. I think in particular on the day 2 of the squats and one set on day 1 of the squats. So I'm really hoping that I caught that in time for most of you guys. I did get it changed, or that you guys that maybe saw that and recognized that this is supposed to be a week of fives and there's not supposed to be those tens in there. So everything else was correct in there. Just that number that didn't get changed. So again, my apologies. Hopefully you guys got that incorrectly. If you did happen to do the tens, you probably did a PR set of 10 the way that it was written. But if you did do the tens, you have any questions on how if you need to adjust anything, I think you're going to be fine, and I think probably surely most of you guys got that change in there. So, but if you have any questions or concerns about the program moving forward, any adjustments that you might need to make, how you're feeling or anything, just give us a shout. We'll definitely help you out with that. But again, my apologies there. It definitely happens every now and then when you're writing a lot of programming, sitting staring in front of the computer for a while. So in any case, guys, we are fives this week. If you see any tens in there, it's not supposed to be there. There shouldn't be any in there this week. But last week, so you guys have done 2 weeks of fives so far. You got a good feel for it on the first week of fives. You tried to progress up on the last week, the week 2, and now week 3 it's time to try to go for something as big as you can. So again, be aggressive with your goals and your numbers there, but be realistic at the same time. We want you to be successful with those sets of 5 or with the sets of 3. There are some exercises obviously that are sets of 3, but other than that, it's mostly the same. It's just the same setup, just increasing a little bit. There's a few slight little adjustments, but pretty insignificant there. We are doing overhead squats again. I believe this is your 3rd week to do the overhead squats in combination with the back squats. Really hoping that some of you guys, especially if you typically struggle with your overhead position, I'm hoping that some of you guys are feeling a difference there with the combination that we have with the back squats, the overhead stretch, all the other mobility that we do in your warm-ups and that kind of thing. I'm hoping that some of you guys are feeling some change and some improvement there. Continue to modify that as you need to. Again, we're trying to bring your hands in, even if it's just an inch on each side or less. If you have to elevate your heels to be able to do that, continue to do that, and then it's something that you can continue to play with moving forward and trying to progress through over time as much time as you need for that. Auxiliary stuff, still progressing that up, making it more difficult. It's mostly the same as it was last week, but just playing with the numbers a little bit. Starting next week, you guys will start to see some different exercises there. Also, obviously, you'll start to see some different different exercises in general throughout the program starting next week, meaning week 9 of 12. That's also going to be a light week for you. Okay. At the end of the week, you have your first regular snatch and clean and jerk together. So on the 5-day, that's going to be on the same day. On the 3-day, one of those will be on the extra credit day. So if you get that extra credit day in, you'll have that kind of combination. We've been alternating between 1 week if we're doing power snatches, we're doing regular clean and jerks. If we're doing power clean and jerks, we're doing regular snatches. So again, as mentioned many times before, starting to put those together more, and again, starting week 9 and definitely week 10, you'll start to see even more regular snatches and clean and jerks in there as we get closer and closer to this competition. So that's it for the week, guys. Have fun this week. I said last week it was a fun week. Hopefully you guys felt that and had that energy going, but this week in particular, or even more so, is that opportunity to push those weights even higher, push the weights even a little bit higher in the Olympic lifts as well. So hopefully you find some fun in that. I believe, no doubt, it'll help you get a better number and better results out of the program. So hang in there, guys. This week, light week. Next week, which not week 8, but week 9 is a light week for you. So keep in mind that you've got a light week coming. So push hard, and we'll see you next week. Take care.